Ladies and gentlemen, respected school principals, leaders, I have to be very honest. And why I say very honest, I have a lot of butterflies in my stomach. As you can see, I am one of the different looking CEOs out there. So I was a very different kid as well. And you can imagine, where would a different kid growing up in 90s stand in a school? Any guesses, wild guesses? Outside the classroom or outside the principal's office. So, my relationship with principals is pretty much kind of a little tense one. So I am a little stressed out and with a lot of butterflies in the stomach. So in case if you can give me a big round of applause, I'll feel happier. So this is like soliciting response. Thank you very much. I've been running this organization called Avishkaar for last 10 to 15 odd years. And to be honest, I have had a wonderful view of gallery in terms of what school principals and leaders go through. I have observed this from a distance, and I have to be very honest. I think I have to applaud each and every one of you for the fantastic work that you have done over the years. I know your job is commendable, and why I say so, because every day there is a new fire to be extinguished in a school. Every day there is a new challenge to be negotiated. Am I wrong by any means of imagination? No, right? So I do see the challenges that you face, but what happens when you have those kind of challenges in place? So when you are negotiating these challenges day in and day out, you tend to end up becoming a little mundane in terms of the work that you do. And when you have something like that happening, this is what happens. So let's assume you are the person who is driving the truck, kind of the school's truck, so you have all focus on making sure everything goes well and fantastic, right? Like the guy who was driving the truck. I think we can all say very clearly that there was nothing wrong with the driver. He was focused on the road. In fact, I would go to the extent that he was very tunnel focused. So nothing wrong with being tunnel focused or focus for that matter, but what that leads to is, it leads to a situation where you're not able to anticipate changes. So I'm here to talk about one of those changes that is happening in the rest of the world as well as our own country, India, and hopefully enlighten you or rather inform you on that particular topic. So I'm here to talk about worldwide trends in terms of STEAM. How many of you heard of the term STEAM? I'm assuming everyone. So STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art and Mathematics. So worldwide there is this trend when everyone is talking about what is the STEAM quotient of a child, what is the STEAM quotient of my curriculum, what is the STEAM quotient of my school. Why is it important? It's very important because 80% of jobs that are going to come in the domain of STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics. And by sheer nature, these fields tend to be more engaging than some of the other subjects. So when there is more engagement, what you can be guaranteed of is better retention. And not only that, in today's day and age, STEM learning can be one single bullet which is very inclusive in nature. When I say inclusive, it means when you are having fun making a project, fun doesn't differentiate between caste, creed, color, gender, religion for that matter. So STEM learning is very inclusive, and that's what we want to have. And finally, as academicians, I am sure you are particularly interested in the academic quotient of something like this. So what STEM learning or STEAM learning does is it kind of attacks or totally in a targeted manner look after the 4 C's, which is collaboration, critical thinking, complex problem solving, or even communication for that matter. So, and finally, to keep the parents and the school and the whole community happy, the real deal is with STEM learning, the employment opportunities are more and they tend to get paid more, and there is less of unemployment happening. So those are worldwide trends, and these trends have been happening for last 5 to 8 years, but a lot of those winds have now started to come to India as well. So these are some of the Indian trends. So when I talk about India trends in STEAM, one of the biggest thing that has happened in the last 3 to 4 years is the launch of Atal Tinkering Labs. Close to 10,000 adult tinkering labs have been set up by Niti Aayog in different schools, and I believe this is one of the most progressive and amazing initiative from Government of India as far as education is concerned. Not only this, what also is happening is close to all the CBSE schools have mandated an AI curriculum for grades, middle school from grade 8 onwards. So they are offering it as an elective. So that is another big trend that has happened in India. And finally, as soon as the new education minister had joined, the first announcement they made was for bringing in hands-on learning, or again experiential learning, as a pedagogical approach or a mandatory pedagogical approach. And to top the whole deal, even finance minister had talked about, Miss Nirmala Sitharaman had talked about having AI, robotics, 3D printing and coding as a skill that our youth should be developed for. So with all these trends coming in, where do we come into picture? So as Avishkaar, this is what we have been doing for the last 10 years. We have been launching products and services which ensure that they inspire children to develop skills in the domains of science, technology, engineering, art and mathematics, but specifically 3D printing, coding, drone making and robotics. So we have a whole range of products that we have launched over the period of last 10 odd years, right from Tweak, which is like which is a coding platform or a robotics platform, 5 years old, all the way to 15. So if a child comes in and wants to make a 3D printer or wants to make a robot or wants to code, each and every of those opportunities are available with our platform. So we take pride in the fact that we are just not a product company, because I'm sure a lot of people would have come to you and talked about their robotics product that they have imported from abroad. We actually manufacture them in India, design them in India, but not only the product, we also create an ecosystem around it. So when I say ecosystem, which means we have products, we run competitions like IRC League, which is India's biggest robotics competition, Avishkaar Makeathon, which is again a very open platform for kids to come and make. We also have a platform where children or teachers can go in and learn about these domains. It's a 24/7 platform called Avishkaar Learn. And then we also organize a residential training program for all the trainers or teachers across the country. It's a 5-day residential program that happens in Delhi. And not only that, in order to ensure that there is localized and customized services provided to schools, we have something called our Avishkar partners. So every state, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to West Bengal, we have partners who are using our products to actually run these programs in your local neighborhood and your schools as well. So that's our ecosystem. But as I mentioned, we are a way of life. We are just not a product company. We are present in 1,000 plus schools across the country and internationally as well. In 10 countries, on an annual basis, 50,000 plus students go through our programs every year. We have got many rewards and many firsts to our name. I think in terms of capacity, in terms of complexity, in terms of diversity, our products are the biggest and the best as far as Asian countries are concerned. So having said that, I think I believe that I can go on and on talking about who we are, but the proof of pudding is always in eating. So here you can see one of the IRC nationals that we organized. The excitement, the energy, the anxiety, the happiness of participating in a program like this. This is what you can see in next, I think, 2 or 3 minutes. So there's more to what we do, and you can find more about us on stall number 20. I would request you to take out some time, and this is the future. If you're not catching this bandwagon or this bus right now, maybe a bus, next one which is going to come is going to be late. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you have your STEM programs ready to rock and roll in India, in outside India, and fantastic. God bless everyone. Thank you.